Good day, everybody. It's Tasha back for another fan formula, obviously. How good is it to have Formula 1 back again? It was a brilliant race. I'm going to keep all my FIA moaning until the second question. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the race. It was good. I really enjoyed the track, which was surprising. So you Spaaaa people like, yeah, she's been transformed into a Spaaaa fan. It's not my favourite. Still not my favourite, but I definitely like it more than I did at the start of the race, at the start of this weekend. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with the questions. Who had the best drive of the day on the race? Who had the best drive of the day on race day in your opinion, and why? Well, it has to be Fernando Alonso, doesn't it? I mean, he had an amazing race up till the first corner when he crashed out. I'm kidding. It has to be Kimi Räikkönen for me. I think he's definitely grown on me as a driver since the start of the season. Obviously, this is the first season I've seen him race, but the thing that really made him my driver of the day was his overtake of him overtaking Michael Schumacher at the bottom of Eau Rouge. It was I've watched a lot of racing in my life, from all types of motorsport, and that was one of the most spectacular overtakes I have ever seen, no doubt about it. So that is what made Kimi Räikkönen my driver of the day. Question 2. First lap saw an incident which ended the race for several drivers. Who do you think was to blame? Right, okay, I apologise if I get very angry at this. Obviously, I'm not one of these people who says, oh, my driver is never wrong, oh, he's perfect, petrol's never wrong, all this. But it was Romain Grosjean's fault. I mean, he is one of my favourite drivers, but it was definitely his fault. There's no way it was anybody else's fault. But I think the way the FIA went about it was disgraceful. I mean, to ban him from one race because he caused that crash was completely over the top. I mean, it was the start of the race. There's cars flying everywhere. There always is, there always will be. It's the start of the race. Everybody's trying to improve. Everybody's trying to get in front. So to ban him from one race for a crash that had started at the beginning, if that had happened throughout the race, fair enough, okay, but it didn't. It was at the start. There's always crashes at the beginning. Look at Suzuka 2010, look at Monza last year, that is it. Second point is, how many crashes has Pastor Maldonado had that has so nearly killed someone or seriously injured someone, and he's got like a drive-through or a grid penalty for the next race? He has had far more incidents that has caused more havoc than Grosjean's start of the race. And the third point is, if you cast your minds back to Monza last year, with Antonio Liezzi, he managed to wipe out either 3 or 4 cars at the beginning of the race. Now, he never got banned from a race. And is it because it wiped out title contenders? Well, maybe it is, but what difference does it make? The fact is, all the drivers are there to race. So if Liezzi wiped out them, why didn't he get a drive-through penalty? Not a drive-through penalty. Why didn't he get a race ban? You know, it's just completely over the top the way that they've dealt with it. Like, Romain Grosjean should have got a penalty. No doubt about it. He was in the wrong. He should have got a penalty, whether it was a 10-place grid penalty for the qualifying of Monza, or whether it was, well, he couldn't do drive-throughs, or whether it was just a fine. But to be banned from a race and fined 50 grand is just ridiculous. And I think if it had been, I don't know, if it had been Fernando Alonso or Lewis Hamilton, it would have been a different matter. But because Romain Grosjean isn't one of the title contenders, then he's got a bloody race ban. Sorry, that just angers me. That's me done. I'm not gonna moan about it anymore. That's angry Tasha, you saw just there. Question 3. Twitter. Twitter's a bloody pain in the ass, isn't it, when it comes to Lewis Hamilton? Not that he's a pain in the ass. I think he's fine. What do I make of the incident? I think it's a disgrace. The fact people have made all this, oh my gosh, he swore on Twitter. He's got, like, McLaren, let the bloody man speak for once. I mean, people say, oh, all the teams decide on what drivers say and what drivers do and stuff. Well, yeah, to a certain point. But the fact he didn't even write the swear word, you know, everybody knows WTF means welcome to Facebook. You know? I mean, oh, it enrages me. And it always seems to be Lewis Hamilton. And everybody knows I am not a Lewis Hamilton fan. But I feel sorry for that bloke, right? Because every time something goes wrong, it is always his fault. So I think it was ridiculous that McLaren and other people found that it was offensive or whatever. The man's got to get his feelings somehow. No wonder he's an angry man so much of the time. It's because people keep not letting him speak what he's wanting to say. Okay, that's that angry bit over. Bonus question. Jenson Button started off the second part of his season with a magnificent win in Spaaaa. Do you think I'm really bad at reading today. Anyways, will he win the season? No. Let's be honest. He's like 63 points back in the table. No. If he wins, I will do a fan formula naked. He's a good driver. At the start of the season, I honestly thought that this was going to be his season. I was like, wow, he's got the car, he's a good driver. And then it kind of went, meow. I don't think he can do it. I think that's him. I think he might have another couple of wins up his bag. Whoops. Sorry. He might win a couple more times. Oh, I amuse myself. But, no. Let's be honest. I'm sorry, all you Jenson Button fans, but he's not got it. This year, I believe it's either going to be a Red Bull or Fernando Alonso. It'd be nice to see if, I think Jenson, he's like Pastor Maldonado in a way, but he just doesn't crash out as much. He has really good races that are fantastic, and he'll be up there in the points, he'll be on podium, he'll be winning, you'll be like, yay! And then he'll have races, such as Montreal, where he's like back speaking to Kovalainen and Petrov all the time, or he's can't get past, I don't know, Bruno Senna or something. I think that he's, it's not his year, is it? I mean, it started off, yeah, maybe he could have done it, but then it just kind of went downhill. So, no. The answer is no. I don't think he can. I know all you McLaren fans would be like, oh, well, yeah, he can, of course he can. Well, mathematically he could if, like, I don't know, Fernando Alonso and Vettel and whatever would have to, like, I don't know, get taken out by flying Frenchmen every race. Speaking of flying Frenchmen, or just flying Lotuses, I think it's that Lotus car that's the problem. I mean, when Petrov was in it, he went flying. Now Grosjean's in it, he's been flying. It's definitely the car, it's not the drivers, guys. Haven't you noticed it? It's blatantly got little wings and it's going, oh, we'll go flying, whee! So, that's what I think's happened. The car has just decided it wants to go flying. So yes, I hope everybody that was at Spaaaa enjoyed it very much, and that you didn't get too wet under the rain. There's a burp. I need to burp, but it's not coming. This weekend is Monza, which is fantastic. It's one of my favourite tracks ever. It's so fast, and I thoroughly believe that it will be a Ferrari weekend, and I don't think I'll mind. Obviously, if Vettel wins, that'll be fantastic, but at the moment I don't think the Red Bull has the straight line speed for it. But otherwise, I'd be quite happy for Ferrari to win. And we get to see Jerome D'Ambrosio who has recently been looking a lot like Timo Glock if you've been reading The Guardian. I don't read The Guardian. I don't read. But yeah, I wish him all the best in the race, and if he's on podium, then I don't know what's going to happen. That'd be pretty cool. I've never seen him on podium. So yeah, we'll be seeing him, and there's a guy, Spaaaa have got their new test driver in for the first time, and I really hope he does well, actually. When we saw him at testing, he was in tears, bless him, and I think he's a genuine guy, and if he does well this weekend in practice one, then I hope he gets out of Hispania and into a better team. But anyways, enjoy Monza wherever you are. I'm not sure where I'll be. And yeah, have fun. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. I do all the time. And yeah, this is the longest span formula I've ever done, by the way, guys. 11 minutes, and most of it's about angry Tasha. So, anyways, sayonara, guys. See you later.